Welcome to Sports Hub. As a snooker world champion, I've experienced my fair share of intense rivalries and high-pressure situations. But nothing could have prepared me for the shocking threat I received from a fellow player, who vowed to shoot me at my own home. It all started during a particularly heated match between us. My opponent, who had a reputation for being hot-headed, became increasingly agitated as the game wore on and I began to pull ahead. The tension between us was palpable, and I could sense his anger and frustration simmering just below the surface. But I never expected things to escalate to the point where he would make a death threat against me. It happened after the match, when we were in the locker room and he approached me, his eyes blazing with fury. "You think you're so clever, don't you?" He spat, his voice low and menacing. "You think you can just beat me and get away with it? Well, let me tell you something, mate. You're not safe. I'll come to your house and I'll shoot you. You're dead." I was taken aback by the sheer venom in his words, and for a moment, I was frozen in shock. But then my instincts kicked in, and I knew I had to take action. I immediately reported the incident to the tournament officials and the police, and they took swift action to ensure my safety. It was a sobering experience, to say the least. As a professional athlete, I'm used to dealing with pressure and stress, but this was something entirely different. It was a stark reminder that, no matter how high you climb, there are always people who will try to bring you down. But I refused to let this incident intimidate me or affect my game. Instead, I used it as motivation to push myself even harder and prove my doubters wrong. And in the end, it paid off. I went on to win the tournament and cement my position as a world champion. Looking back, I realized that the threat was just a manifestation of my opponent's own frustration and insecurity. He was struggling to come to terms with his own failures, and he lashed out at me because I was a convenient target. But I'm not going to let his negativity bring me down. I'm going to keep on doing what I do best, playing snooker and winning.